hot, so damn hot. She peeled off her outer layers one by one, but she was still drenched in sweat, her body dehydrating fast. Invisible waves of heat poured through the ventilation pipe, pushing the temperature in the sealed chamber up to 50 degrees Celsius, and it kept climbing. How the hell did she end up trapped in this godforsaken place? Turns out the woman was a journalist who'd heard that the city's new tunnel was about to be completed, so she'd volunteered to come down and cover the story. Halfway through the interview, smoke suddenly started billowing through the tunnel. For safety's sake, the manager locked her inside a sealed compartment, then went off to investigate and never came back. There had to be a fire outside. That's why it felt like a sauna in here. She had no idea how to get out, so all she could do was suffer through the scorching heat. Suddenly, she noticed someone on the other side of the hatch, one of the tunnel workers. She shouted that it was too hot and begged him to open the door. The man yelled back, "Turn off the ventilation pipe." She glanced at it and admitted she didn't know how. With no other option, the man explained, "The air pressure's different on our two sides. If I just open the door, the pressure difference will kill everyone. I need to pressurize your side first." Within moments, she felt like she was suffocating. Then an intense pressure built up in her nose and ears. Then came an explosion of sound right by her ear, and she screamed in agony. Finally, the pressurization was complete. After catching her breath for a while, she followed the man's instructions and tried to turn the valve, but she wasn't strong enough, so she grabbed a piece of wood and slammed it against the valve with everything she had. At last, the valve gave way. The man helped pull the door open, let her crawl through, then shut off the ventilation pipe behind her. She grabbed a bottle of water and chugged it down, draining the whole thing before she felt even slightly better. Looking around, she realized she'd only escaped from one sealed chamber into another, now trapped with two workers named Mark and Sam. At least Mark had shut off the ventilation pipe, so for now they didn't have to worry about the heat from outside. But that also meant once the oxygen ran out, they were all done for. The landline was fried, and their cell phones had no signal. She wasn't about to just sit there and wait to die. She wanted to open the hatch leading to the tunnel and go for help. Mark immediately stopped her, explaining that if there was still fire outside and she opened the door, the oxygen in the chamber would feed the flames and pull the fire right in. Even if the fire had gone out, the heat and smoke would still be there. If they wanted to escape, they'd have to make it through a long stretch to reach the oxygen tanks. But that was impossible. Right now, the only option was to wait.